This is my take of Soweto Derby. This is my reaction over the weekend. Let me start to say it was a great show up from the fans, and a big thank you to those one that made it to the stadium. I think this time around they understood that they gotta be there early, and to avoid all the delays that we have heard all the time that Soweto Derby is playing. It was great to see the game being almost full before the kickoff time because of the fans. They made way to the stadium quite very early. Other than that, I think it was a great show for South Africa, for Africa, and everyone that watched that Soweto Derby. Doesn't matter where or how you're watching that game. Uh, Great shift from Orlando Pirates. They came to that game with a mentality that they want to destroy. They want to press Kaiser Chiefs. They mustn't give them time to think on the ball. The way that Pirates are so quick to win the ball back, whenever they lose that game, they were just there. You can say within like that 7 second rule, when they lose a ball, they gotta press the opponent and make sure that they win the ball back. There's nothing that Bruce Boomer would have done on the first goal with that deflection of Silva. It was nothing that the goalkeeper was gonna do with it. As much as the Chiefs fans, they blaming the keeper, but on the first goal, I would say there was nothing that he could have done. Even the best goalkeeper in the world, he was going to be beaten by that first goal. I would say we didn't see that coming of Orlando Pirates scoring 3 goals. It could have been more with the way that Pirates was playing. And there was nothing much from Kaiser Chiefs. I would say Kaiser Chiefs for me, it was just lost or it was nowhere to be seen. The way they were playing in that game, I wouldn't say that it was first half, maybe they tried, second half, maybe they tried. Chiefs only started playing when they introduced Asanele Vedabai. That's when I saw them. At least they they want to at least grab something for them to go home with. Other than that, Kaiser Chiefs was just flat. There's their point of reference, which in that game, I think it was Lilep, but Lilep was just flat in that game. He was just nowhere to be seen. And Silva, I think somewhere down the line, maybe they're not using him effectively, or he's also lost on how to play at Kaiser Chiefs, or the spectacle was too big for him. The way that Soweto Derby eventually outplayed them. There are so many players that I felt that maybe that crowd that was there, it overwhelmed them and then they didn't perform. Uh, Great also for Orlando Pirates to keep the momentum going and also showing the hunger to win the league. And their players, style of play, uh, ball rotation now and again, as much as there were some glitches that I thought, okay, if Kaiser Chiefs were another team, they would have capitalized on one or two things that Orlando Pirates was just not doing in that game, or they were just trying to experiment with Kaiser Chiefs that if we were to run it like this or we were to play like this, then other than that, Kaiser Chiefs, if they were smart or if they were prepared enough for that game, they were going to hurt Orlando Pirates now and again. But other than that, it was just a one-way Soweto derby. Orlando Pirates well deserved to win that game to make sure that they stay at top and challenge Mamelodi Sundowns for the league. Like they say, they don't have to beat Mamelodi Sundowns to win the league. They gotta grab as much as points that they can. Other than that, with them coming up also for the second leg, I hope Kaiser Chiefs will be much better when they get there. And I do believe, or I thought, or I wished that Kaiser Chiefs did get hold of Orlando Pirates. It would have helped us also as Mamelodi Sundowns. But other than that, also for them to be in a conversation of the Betway Premiership, I think they needed to win that game. They needed to win that Stellenbosch game for them to be in that conversation. As much as it's a game of football, it's full of surprises. Maybe we won't cut them out already, but I think chances of them now making it like maybe even like the top three, I don't see them going that far with the way that they are playing. But it's almost 10 games left to play. Let's see if Kaizer Chiefs are going to be able to turn things around, as this is the only competition that's left for them. So, yeah, let's see how far we can go.